Welcome to on tonight's Clubhouse Live. We'll do our best to lift everybody's spirits as we welcome back De'Vondre, the Captain Campbell. And hanging out with De'Vondre is Green Bay Packers safety and special teams ace Dallin Levitt. What's it going to take to snap this unexpected losing streak? We'll check in with the guys and get their thoughts. Plus, we're going old school with tonight's Clubhouse Live challenge. Think how well do you know? And think red, white, and blue. It's time to get started, so let's open the doors. Good Monday evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Clubhouse Kitchen and Bar. We're hanging out inside the Hilton Appleton Paper Valley Hotel, downtown Appleton, Wisconsin. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin and the Post Crescent. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's hear the energy. Win, lose, or draw, it's always a party, that's for sure. So thanks for being here. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to thank our door openers tonight, too. How about a round of applause for Tatum, Talon, and Noah over there, making sure the guys could get in and get this show started. There they are. All right, we got a lot to talk about, a lot to get to, a big show in front of us. First, we do have to say Detroit Lions 15, Green Bay Packers 9, right? Ooh. Mean Gene is not happy, our unofficial mascot. Not much to say about the game other than, ugh, right? Aaron Rodgers tossed an uncharacteristic and shocking 3 interceptions, including 2 at or near the goal line and another just outside the red zone as the Packers fell for the 5th straight time. Wow. The final stats seem favorable for Green Bay, outgaining the Lions 389 to 254. Also held the ball for over 34 minutes, but those 3 picks, definitely critical turnovers. Meanwhile, the injuries, boy, the injury bug is hitting hard in Lambeau and Titletown. They continue to mount. Another frustrating Sunday for the Green and Gold as they prepare for the return of Mike McCarthy, right? Mike McCarthy's coming back to town and a very good Dallas Cowboys team. By the way, that's the first time in Rodgers' career he has thrown 2 red zone picks in the same game. Mean Gene, it is Mad Vince again. We're tired of Mad Vince around here. Ricardo's nodding his head, but yeah, we're tired of Mad Vince. Maybe he'll be happy Vince next week. We'll see how it all goes, but he's happy when the guys are here. Our co-host is back. The captain, he's sitting right over there. It is Green Bay Packers linebacker. De'Vondre Campbell is back. He's here. He's ready for a pick-me-up. And hanging out with De'Vondre tonight is safety and special teams ace, Dallin Levitt. He's right there, too. We'll get him up here in a little bit. But first, I want to thank our 3 presenting sponsors. First, Cellcom, ringing the holiday season with Cellcom's 5 weeks of Black Friday deals going on now through November 13th. Save big on premium smartphones for only $25 a month. No trade-in, rate plan, or data bucket required. Visit cellcom.com/Black Friday sale for more details. Also, East Wisconsin Savings Bank. They help members build a wonderful life. Learn more about all of their services at eastwist.com. And, of course, Munoz Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. They're sitting right back over there. Yeah, your Center for Dental Excellence, voted Reader's Choice Best Dentist on this year's Best of the Bay. Let Dr. Sebastian and his team of professionals help you achieve your dream smile. Now, here's a guy that has the biggest, smuggiest smile of them all. It is the other member of our Clubhouse Live team. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a chorus of boos for Chicago Bears fan Ricardo Arguello, everybody?
Smug smile. Come on, Brett. Give me more credit than that.
Ricardo, your Bears, they lost another one, but I give Justin Fields credit. He looked pretty good. What, 174 yards, 178 yards rushing.
NFL record, 178 yards.
3 touchdowns. Oh, Mean Gene is calling.
I don't even want to hear.
I don't want to hear that.
I don't even want to hear it.
That's bad karma, but your Bears still lost, Ricardo.
Hey, I know, and you know what? Again, Brett. Hey, they're tied with the Packers for second place. That's all I can say right now.
Second in the NFC
Second place right now.
Lot of football still to be. Mean Gene Ornery, our unofficial mascot. By the way, how about me doing the intro, turning on the lights?
Brett, let me tell you something.
Our guy Bill Glasheen is under the weather tonight.
You're a jack of all trades. That's why we love you.
I'm exhausted is what I am. I'm getting old for this. So, hey, tell everybody about how the show works, right? It's an interactive show.
Interactive show. I'm monitoring this chat right now. We got our normal folks, a lot of the regulars, Brett, a lot of them from Iowa, it seems like. But I'm monitoring that. Who knows? It could be China checking in. You never know who's checking in. Potentially billions could be checking in.
Something tells me China's got more things going on than
Yes.
Clubhouse Live based on the world events.
But if they have any comments or questions, if they log into that online chat right next to the viewer, they can get any question over to you through me, to you, and
the guys, right?
The guys.
Yeah,
so
all
it's,
right.
it's good stuff.
So Clubhouse Live is always a hashtag. Give me a follow at PC Brettsy. Forget about Ricardo. De'Vondre is at came_along_way. And I don't think Dallin has a Twitter account. I couldn't find one in my stalking of him. So anyway, Vikings welcome Matt back in front of the desk so the guys can stomp their feet all over it. Hopefully bring some bad luck to the Vikings, who are just getting by the skin of their teeth right now.
It's annoying, isn't it?
6 one-score victories. Come on now. They're not real. They're not real. And I wish Vikings fan was here, Tracy Santos. So anyway, our co-host, let's get him up here. He's in his 7th NFL season, his 2nd with the Packers. He's a tackling machine. He scores touchdowns. Remember that? It wasn't too long ago. He's an all-pro, and he doesn't like turf fields. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. And he needs to get back on the field ASAP, doesn't he? How about a Clubhouse Live welcome for Green Bay Packers linebacker, number 59, Devondre, the Captain Campbell. Good to see the captain here. Good, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you.
How's everybody?
How's everybody? He wants to know. Let's hear it. Good lively crowd here on a Monday night in November. Good to see you. I'm telling you, I'm exhausted. They had me setting up. They had me putting down rugs, taping cables, climbing, putting things in TVs, plugging in lights. De'Vondre, I'm getting too old for this stuff.
No, I think it's all mental. The age thing is mental.
Are you saying I'm weak mentally?
He's saying toughen up.
Is that what he's saying to me?
No, you said it.
Yeah. You see how he uses this reverse psychology on me every time he's on the show. So, I know it was a rough game yesterday. So let's just start it like this. What do you want to talk about? What's your first topic? What do you want to talk about? I'm going to give it to you. You want to talk about me some more?
Yeah.
No, he said no. It was a no.
No. We don't want to talk about that guy. Chicago Bears fan Ricardo.
We're talk all day about me.
Got any?
He had some positives this weekend.
He does, but they still lost, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Better draft pick.
Yeah.
You're not going to take the smile off my face, bro.
Yeah, I see that. Well, you're going to Las Vegas here in a couple days too, so
Right.
you're all excited about that. Yeah, maybe have some jokes. Maybe have a good joke to tell the crowd. Get everybody fired up.
I'm not. I've never jokes. Let me see if I can find a joke.
I don't know if all pro linebackers tell jokes, right? They're mean, ornery guys.
Yeah, that's usually the mantra. It's
Yeah.
pretty true for the most part. But I'm not mean. I think I'm actually very nice.
You are very nice.
I'm just quiet, but I'm nice.
Except when you get on the football field, then you turn into
you
an ornery
You gotta
bear.
have a switch. It's like a switch.
You're like Grizzly Dan, who you were staring eye to eye 2 weeks ago, and you wrapped him as a mummy,
I wish
right?
My beard can get like that.
Yeah.
I've been trying for years.
Yeah, right.
It must be some type of strategy.
It was a lot of beer.
'Cause he's half a
apparently.
Grizzly,
Yeah,
what
it
you
must
can
be a
say.
lot of beer. He drinks a pitcher by himself. So, well, let's do this. Let's talk about you. You got hurt in Buffalo a couple weeks ago now, right?
Yes, sir.
2 games ago.
Yep.
Didn't play yesterday. It's up to you how much you want to divulge into what's going on. But how are you feeling? How was the knee? What's going on with the knee? And most importantly, when are we going to get you back on the field so you're making tackles, going to making plays?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I want to try to be smart about it. I'm definitely getting better. I feel better this week than I did last week, but I just want to be smart because I don't want to come back and be anything less than the player I was beforehand. And the knee is very important, and it's very vital to everything that I do. I feel like I'm an explosive player, and I want to be an explosive player all the time, not some of the time. So I'm just taking it day by day. Like I don't like to put timetables on it, but I'm getting better for sure.
Good. How about that? It's good to hear. Sounds like sooner rather than later we'll see you back on the field.
There's nothing torn or no structural damage.
Good.
So for me that was a huge blessing because I didn't feel like that initially. So I'm happy about it, and it's a blessing for sure from God because some of my teammates haven't been so lucky.
Well, we'll talk about that here in a little bit, but I just want you to know when I saw you limping off the field in Buffalo, I immediately went into a fetal position and started sobbing my eyes out. I couldn't stand it. It just bothered me.
Yeah, for somebody like me, I pride myself in being healthy and being available. I spend a lot of time and money on my body, and in my 7-year career, I think I've only missed 5 or 6 games, including yesterday. So that's less than a game a year. And 4 of them was in one season. My rookie year, I had a high ankle sprain, and I missed 4 games. So it's something that I take very serious. And, when you get hurt, especially the way I got hurt, like nobody hit me, nobody fell on my leg. It was a non-contact situation. So, I took it kind of personal. But like I said, I'm just happy that it's not serious. It could have been worse.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you know this, if you can tell by looking at me, Devondre, but I spend a lot of time and money on my body, too.
It's important. No, like for real, it's important.
I mean, look at this thing. This is
You can't do anything without health. Health is important.
Health is important.
Health is important.
I spend at least 10 minutes on my body every day, Ricardo. How about you?
You gotta up that.
Well,
Up
you
that?
yeah.
I don't know.
I've always said you have the.
There's no way you can thoroughly stretch and do everything.
I've always said, Brett, you have the incredible physique of an aging pro golfer.
I don't stretch either. Stretching's a waste of my time. So
why?
Stretching's a waste of my time, Devondre.
How?
Let's talk
He
more
can't
about,
stretch, that's why.
That might be part of the problem right there.
You gotta start somewhere, though.
I have no flexibility.
You have to start somewhere.
Well, listen, let's talk about this, because this might be playing into what we're talking about with your knee here a little bit. But you had a tweet that got everybody kind of fired up this morning. Did you see that, Ricardo?
Yeah.
Everybody on Twitter. This is what Devondre said. He gave his thoughts about turf fields in the NFL. Quote, "This is 2 weeks in a row we've had players get injured on turf fields. I think it's time y'all take some of the money y'all make off us and invest in grass fields for every team around the league. The turf is literally like concrete. It has no give when you plant at NFL." End quote. What do you think of that? That's what I love about Devondre. Remember when he was back here last, I asked about London. He gave us very honest thoughts about how that was kind of a waste of time going halfway around the world. Now you're putting it out there again. Turf fields. Maybe you want to explain a little bit more about what you think, and because, especially yesterday, a lot of guys went down. Rashawn Gary, unfortunately, now out for the season with the torn ACL, and other guys were falling. Turf fields, not a good situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's not real, like you have to make it. And basically it's concrete under there, and we're playing a very, very violent sport at high speeds, and things happen quick. And it's just it's a proven fact. It's not like I said anything that was a myth or something that hasn't been proven. There's numbers behind it that says more lower extremity injuries happen on turf. Like, for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure I know the reason, and I can go on about it all day, but like, I don't know how else to say this. There's no one on this earth that is more in tune with the body than a professional athlete. Like, that's all we do all day, every day. Like, I spend more time trying to stay healthy than I actually do playing football. Like, it's a nonstop process, because it might be one thing here or one thing here or there, but you're always trying to fix something. So, like, we spend so much time trying to stay healthy just to go out and play for 3 hours. You practice, you cold tub, you hot tub, you stretch, you have massages, and there's so much stuff that's put into it. So it's just a proven fact.
Are there turf fields that are? I guess I'm just assuming that all turf fields are the same. Are there some that just are better surfaces than others, or have a little bit more give than others?
Usually the ones that have like newer builds, like the turf is usually a little bit softer because it hasn't been used a lot. Okay. But it's still turf. Like when you hit it, you fall on the ground, it literally feels like you're running into a wall. And this is somebody that's telling you I played on it for 4 years. I mean, not at 4, like I had it in college too, but I've been playing on turf for, other than when I came to Green Bay, I've been playing on turf for 7 or 8 straight years. So I would know what it feels like to fall on it, play after play after play. So it's hard and it's tough. And I've always noticed after games, I'm a lot more sore after I play on turf.
Yeah, interesting. I wonder if that's something maybe that could be talked about in the next collective bargaining agreement, or I'm sure you're speaking for a lot of other players. I'm guessing
Yeah, I
it's a
mean, I've always
conversation.
considered myself an honest person. I'm willing to say what other people won't say, you know, and I'm always gonna stand on anything I say because I don't just say it without thinking about it. You know, like that tweet that I put out, I was actually gonna do it last week after I got hurt because, like, the way I got hurt, it's a move that I do all the time, all the time. And on grass, I never have a problem. And like I did it on turf, and I instantly felt it. Like, so I'm like, it's because it has no give. Like when you try to plant and redirect, it's like trying to do that on concrete. So with grass, you might slip a couple times, but it's going to at least move every time you step on it.
Yeah, at the very least, Ricardo, like Buffalo outside stadium, why can't they have grass? I mean, it works at Lambeau Field, right? I don't think
That's my thing. There's no excuse to say, oh, it's not possible because we have it. And we have every type of weather condition you can think of here. So,
right, they use those lamps that keep it soft.
And don't say you can't afford it.
Yeah, not the NFL and not any of those teams, absolutely. So
there's no reason to not be able to get it done. And I'm not saying it's going to happen this year. We're in the middle of the season. But it's just something to consider because I hear a lot of talk about always talking about player safety and you taking different measures. Well, that's another measure, a pretty important one, I would say.
You can put a man on the moon, but you can't have grass at all the
at least the outdoor stadiums.
Outdoor stadiums.
Well, even some indoor, they roll the grass out. Look at
like Arizona,
Glendale,
right?
Even Arizona, they got like the golf grass.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Or AmFam Field where the Brewers play. I mean, that's a retractable roof, but still, it's closed quite a bit, and they were able to bring those lamps in and do the same thing. So you talk about, though, of course, a league where they talk about player safety, but here you're getting ready pretty soon to play a Sunday game, Thursday game, right? You just played in 5 different cities in 5 different weeks. You're traveling halfway across the world, so we could get into all of that stuff, and maybe we will as the season continues on and talk about some of the topics and concerns maybe with what's going on in the league. But let's talk about this. Rosie, can you put up the GIF of the night? It's kind of, again, you remember that? That's how everybody's feeling right now. Aaron Rodgers is screaming. Mean Gene was screaming after the game. I mean, that's just kind of what everybody's thinking and feeling right now. Look at Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. I asked this of Amari Rodgers last week. I'll ask this of you this week. How do you get out of this? How do you get out of this skid, Devondre? There's too much talent on this team.
Yeah, that's just it. We just gotta find ways to play better and win when it matters. You know, like everybody sees it right now. We're struggling. It's very obvious, and that's what comes with the territory. You know, like, but we're not the front runner anymore, and that's okay. That happens. You know, like Coach LaFleur said it yesterday. Every game from here on out, you have to treat it like a playoff game. You know, like one win and you're out, because at this point we can't afford to lose any more games. Like, I mean, we gotta get it done. Got to figure out a way to get it done. Nothing else to really say. Injuries
Happens all the time, right? All teams go through it, but I mean,
it's part of the game.
But boy, a big part of what's going on in your locker room right now. How do you overcome such? I mean, you lose a great player on the defensive side, and Rashawn Gary. I don't know what Eric Stokes' situation is right now, but boy, I mean, that's a lot to overcome.
I mean, the truth of the matter is you can't individually replace them. It's not possible. You know, like, they are who they are. They're both first-round picks for a reason, and you can't just individually replace them with somebody. Like, we have to do it as a team. You know, everybody's gonna have to pick up and do their job just a little bit better than you've done it before. And it's not like we're asking a lot. It's just something that needs to be done, and I think we can get it done. But it's nothing to talk about. It's more we gotta do it. It's all about the action.
Starts with Dallas, right? You just take it to one play at a time, one game at a time.
Great responsibility, great job, you know, and a really good football team coming in. So great place to start.
Great place to start, and maybe you can ruin Mike McCarthy's homecoming. A few more things, Ricardo, then it's audience question number 1 for you. Adrian Amos, one of the other defensive captains out there, he had a real interesting comment last night. He said, quote, we've got to tell the truth, and I think that's going to be big tomorrow, meaning today, getting in the film room. Everybody's got to tell the truth. It's not sugarcoating stuff or whatever. Everybody's got to tell the truth. What's the problem, end quote. And he went on to say, not that people are sugarcoating, but now's not the time. Now's not time to be completely real with yourselves, coaches, anything, everybody out there. What is the truth? What do you think the truth is? Have you figured that out yet?
The truth is, like, if a team scores 15 points, you're usually supposed to win a game. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality of it. And we didn't. And for whatever reason that's the truth. We didn't win the game. And there's not one person or one play that, you know, ultimately decided yesterday's results. But we are where we are, and we have to be honest about it and accept it for what it is. Like, we aren't going to be a number 1 seed, but it's still a chance for us to get a seat at the table, and that's all you can ask for. And I've seen some crazy things happen, you know, when you get a seat at the table. So we just have to take it one day at a time, and it starts with today. You know, we looked at the tape, we were honest about it, and hopefully everyone is self-critical. It just goes back to, you know, sometimes you can prepare and go through a situation and do everything you possibly can to be at your best, and sometimes things just don't go that way. And that's kind of what's going on with us right now. But it's still time.
Still time. Let's see.
You know, we got another opportunity, and that's all we can ask for.
Yep, another game to play, another week to get ready for, another chance to turn the fortunes around. One more question, though. I want to get your thoughts on some of the guys, though. Isaiah McDuffie, one of your guests, right, a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
He came in and played in your place. Quay Walker he was wearing the headset. He's calling the plays out there.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a rookie, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've been there before, so I know what it's like. It's not easy. I was actually joking with him about it. You know, I give him a hard time. I had to. But the reality of it is he did a great job. They scored 15 points, and this is one of the, you know, you can say what you want, the Lions or whatever, but it's one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. I think they're top 5 in the NFL, and they're number 1 in the explosive plays.
We didn't see too many of those
people
yesterday.
Didn't know that, like, you know, I don't know if a lot of people know what really be going on, but I'm like, you can say what you want, but that was a great offense, and, you know, held them to 15 points and I think Quay did an amazing job. You know, you have your bumps along the way, but for him to be able to go in and do what he did, he held his own.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see him develop not only through the rest of the season, but through the years, right? He's getting so much experience. So good stuff with De'Vondre Campbell, right? The captain here, letting us know what's going on in the locker room. Ricardo, first audience question, though. We have a familiar face again.
Yes, it's our friend Tracy Santos from Appleton. This is a great question, Brett. Tracy,
hold on, she's always grilling me with the questions.
She is, isn't she?
I should have looked over and saw who it was, so I could have.
There you go.
Got my
This
mind
one's
right.
obviously for De'Vondre. What do you say, Tracy?
Devondre, one of the earlier broadcasts this year, the commentator made a big deal about the pressure put on the Packers linebackers to tackle in space.
Yep.
Is there a different mindset or approach you have when you're doing a solo tackle in space?
Yes. Every single play, you have a job responsibility, and within that responsibility, you kind of know what your leverage is. So, say a running back catches the ball in the flat, like, the minute I see the ball thrown, like, I immediately start thinking about, like, where's my help? And sometimes my help may be the sideline, or it may be another player. So, like, if I'm in the open field, I just start thinking, like, okay, where's my next closest defender? You know, it might be a corner in the flat, so I'm going to shoot my shot inside out and try to send it to him. Or it might be inside. It might be a safety, you know, like, we run a lot of one linebacker packages, so sometimes, well, not sometimes, our safeties are in the fit a lot, so I might be sending it to a safety or a corner. So it's just about knowing what play you're in and whatever your leverage is. You know, you just have to take a shot to that leverage.
Very good. Excellent
Great
answer.
question.
Excellent question. Thank you,
that's a
Tracy.
great question.
Something tells me we're going to see Tracy
We'll
again
see
at
Tracy
the end
again.
of the
He
show.
asked the best questions.
Right, as well. So, all right, Ricardo, we're doing trivia tonight, aren't we?
That we are. And but before I start, I want to let everyone know we do have some rules. First off, we will ask the question. If you think you know the answer, you got to raise your hand. Don't shout it out. And if you're correct, you win what, Brett?
You know what, Devondre? We're giving away nachos and beer. And by the way,
We got to have the bonus question in there, though.
The bonus question?
The one we talked about.
that's gonna. We're gonna come up. We'll do that in another show.
Okay.
He gave me a good trivia question to ask for a future show involving De'Vondre Campbell.
Okay.
So I like this question. But anyway, I wanted to tell you, Devondre, that last week was our Halloween show. We had
How
somebody
was
dressed.
everybody's Halloween? Did you wear a mask for the show?
No,
No, he just looks. He just always looks like that.
No, but Ricardo's face is a mask over there.
You gotta get into it.
Well, I wanted to, but nobody really wanted to dress up. But we had one couple here that dressed up as nachos and one as beer. So how about that?
That's pretty creative.
Yeah, that was good. Very creative.
That is
so
creative.
anyway,
But
nachos.
where did you get the costume? Is my question.
Where did they get it?
Yeah.
I don't know if they bought it or did they order it.
You can order
So
anything
was it
online.
like a thing of nachos or just one nacho
I think she
chip?
was a nacho chip, and then he
Yeah,
was a
nacho
glass of
chip.
beer or something. So
I can
yeah.
believe the beer, but I was like, what? It's like
A nacho chip with all the fixins on it. But
that
anyway,
had to
we
be-
we got to get back to the
Nope.
trivia question.
That's right, nachos and beer. So it's beer, by the way, kids.
There
So
we go.
yeah, it's not the root beer stuff. Just letting you know. And if you win, you're out for the rest of the show. And sorry, live chatters, got to be here to win.
All right, so I will ask the first question. Devondre, Ricardo, try to
Devondre,
figure
why
out.
don't you look over this way?
You know what? Maybe we got this this group of ladies over here that might know the answer to
maybe.
this question that they're filling in back there. So here we go. Now, I mentioned Mike McCarthy earlier in the show. He is one of 3 Packers head coaches for whom Aaron Rodgers has played under. Name the other 2 Packers head coaches. What are we looking over here? Are we going to go back to the bar? Go
All right.
ahead.
yeah, I didn't see anybody.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
I
it.
thought maybe people would forget about Mike Sherman.
Mike Sherman, was that early on?
That
in his
was
career?
Aaron Rodgers' rookie season.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I'll let you give that to AJ right there. But yeah, Mike Sherman, and then they went 4-12,
sir.
hired Mike
Good
McCarthy,
job, man. I didn't know that one.
and then of course Matt LaFleur. The
Yeah.
3
Mike
M's.
Sherman. Who is Mike Sherman?
Mike Sherman. He was here quite a while actually.
And I'm
Hey,
pretty good
Amon
with
Green
football stuff.
Amon
but-
Green had his best year under Mike Sherman, right?
Yeah,
Amon
03.
Green was a great player.
03. Yeah, he was just a guest on our show as we kicked off the season.
Yeah,
so
he was a great player.
He was a great player. Well, let's talk about another great player. Let's get your guest up to the desk.
Yes,
Should we do this? All right,
yes,
Dallin, here we
yes.
go. Our guest tonight is in his 5th NFL season and his first with the Packers. He spent his first 4 seasons with the Oakland and Las Vegas Raiders. Our guest tonight was signed by the Packers in July and has appeared in all 9 games so far this season. Our guest tonight has produced 5 special teams tackles, which I believe is still tied for the second most on the team. How about that? A special teams ace. Our guest tonight played collegiately at Utah State, where he earned all Mountain West honors as a senior when he finished with second on the team in tackles and interceptions. Our guest tonight was a prep standout at Central Catholic High School in Portland, Oregon, where he once posted 20 tackles in a single game, Devondre. You'll appreciate that, huh? Our guest tonight...
High quality.
Our guest tonight, one more thing, he has also been called the Energizer Bunny and
Yes.
the Tasmanian Devil.
I can see that.
How about a Clubhouse Live welcome for Green Bay Packers safety, special teams ace number 6, Dallin Levitt, everybody. Stomp all over that Vikings welcome, Matt. We're going to talk about Energizer Bunny and Tasmanian Devil and all that goofy stuff. Welcome to the show. Look at this Packers hat he's got on there. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah. You're getting into the green and gold. So welcome to the show. Good to have you here.
Appreciate it.
But because this is Devondre's show and you are Devondre's guest, Devondre insists, orders, on asking the first question of the night.
Man, I forget about this.
How do you
every
forget
time.
about this?
Every time. Okay. No, that's 2 questions.
Go ahead, whatever you want. It's your show.
It's your show, Devondre.
You're the star of the show.
So how many years were The Raiders in Vegas.
2.
2, okay. So you lived in Vegas for 2 years. The movie The Hangover was made in Vegas.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any nights like that movie?
Here we go.
When you live in Vegas, you don't ever go down the strip. You go down the strip for dinner, and that's it. So it's people who be coming in. So maybe previously, but when I was there, no.
Okay, fair answer.
Fair
Good
answer.
question, yes. I thought you were going to say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I thought maybe that was going to be your answer and be a little bit vague. So, well, good to have you here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us on a November night. Portland, Oregon, though. You're a native of the good old city of Portland, Oregon. Are you a Trailblazers fan?
Oh yeah, big Trailblazers fans.
Yeah. How about Terry Porter, Clyde Drexler?
Yeah.
Terry Porter was my childhood idol because I'm from Stevens Point, Wisconsin. He played at
Okay.
UW Stevens Point. So there we go. We're best buddies already. We
Love
should
it.
hang
There
out
you go.
together, huh? Yeah. Day off tomorrow. Me and Dallin and Devondre are going to be hanging out doing something,
We still
Ricardo.
ain't went bowling yet.
We haven't gone bowling or go to
No.
Cozy Corner or something down the
I'm
street?
telling you, I go every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes, same time.
Absolutely. Well, I'll meet you
go.
there. Me and Ricardo will meet you
serious.
there.
Yeah, put it on
Same
the
time.
company card, Brett.
I actually
You gotta mark it down on the calendar because you keep leaving me hanging.
You know what, though? My wife is telling me I got yard work to do tomorrow, though. So I got to trim the
I
shrubs,
get
rake
that.
the leaves,
You
all that
can't-
stuff.
Well, I don't want him in the doghouse.
No.
I'm not gonna let you blame me for that.
I don't want to be in the doghouse either.
No.
Trust me. My warm bed's better than the couch. So, yeah. So it's Portland Trailblazers, all those great teams. Clyde the Glide.
I've never been to Portland.
Me neither.
I want to go. I heard it's like super clean, like Seattle.
Well, right now it's it used to be like that. Right now it's
Okay.
pretty. It's
Getting
pretty
a
rough.
little
What's
crazy
wrong-
over
A little
there.
rough.
What's going on right now?
Yeah.
All the riots,
Yeah.
homeless
I'm
taking
missing
over the
out.
city. It's pretty crazy. It's sad. It really is.
Didn't they have like their own like world within there? Some
Yes.
group in there that called themselves their own. What
Yes,
was
it's
it?
like 5 minutes from where I went to high school at Central Catholic. We were right in the city.
Yeah.
I had to drive by it every day. It was just little when I was growing up and like going to school. We drove by it this summer. It was bad. It was bad.
Stay away. Stay
Yeah.
away. At least from that part. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I used to root for the Blazers as well because of Terry Porter and all that good stuff. So a lot of fans of the Portland Trail Blazers from around here. So Coach Bisaccia. Now, what do you want to be known as, Dallin? The Energizer Bunny, right? Or the Tasmanian Devil, huh? What describes your play more than the other?
I would probably say the Tasmanian Devil. I
Yeah,
prefer
right.
that one a little
Exactly,
more.
right. The Tasmanian Devil right here.
Destructive.
Yeah. What do you talk about this guy, Devondre? Right? He's more the devil than a bunny. Come on.
Yeah, man. If you just like the one thing, one of my favorite coaches told me a long time ago, and I think it perfectly applies to him is, whatever type of player you are, when I turn on the tape, I need to see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And like when you turn on the tape, he pops out every time. You know, because you know what you're gonna get. He gonna go down. He gonna do his job, and he gonna do it at 100 miles an hour. And that is not something that is normal. I would say like there's a lot of lazy players out there, you know, and he's not one of them. You know, like you turn the tape on, he's popping out every play, just being disruptive, like you said, like the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, Grizzly Dan, he loves that over there. Look at Grizzly Dan, he loves it. Absolutely. But I was going to ask you what he brings to the special teams. Maybe kind of talked about that, but leadership too, right? That's what
man.
he's excelled at throughout his NFL career.
Yes, like the leadership, the play. But like I say, you could talk all you want. Like your play speaks for you. You know, like nobody's gonna respect you if you're not doing it on the field. You could talk all you want.
Now, Dallin, you kind of Devondre sort of asked you a little bit about it, but you were in Vegas and now you're in Green Bay. Now you couldn't talk about two different type of cities, right? Now, what has the best nightlife for you? Is it the bright lights?
I think Green Bay.
Is it Green Bay? Because
That's my vote. I'm sorry.
because you like the kind of the quiet, the smallness of it, right? What about you?
Yeah, it's not even close. To me, I'm a homebody. I'm at the house with my wife and baby girl, and go out in the community, go on walks, and that's about all we're doing. That's all we care to do. Go to dinner. We've got some good spots in Green Bay, and yeah.
There we go. There's another vote for Green Bay
What's
over
your
Las
favorite
Vegas.
spot to eat at?
The Iron Duck is
The Iron Duck.
yeah, it's in Howard.
I think I went there one time. Yo.
Yeah.
I remember.
Where's my crews? We need them as a sponsor, ASAP, right there. Work on it, Mike.
Yep.
Work on it. That place in Iron Duck in
for
Howard. So,
shout-outs.
Yes.
by the way, Ricardo going to Vegas here in a couple days, aren't you?
I will be.
Ricardo? Yep.
That's right. Gonna have
Now,
fun.
what do you like better, Vegas or Green Bay?
I do like Vegas.
Yeah,
Depends-
stop
depends-
it. Nobody likes you.
It depends on where you stay and what you're doing, right?
Why are you still here? All right. So before we get to your story and journey, I wanted to ask you too. What's your take on the turf field stuff? You played on turf fields. Are you getting what De'Vondre's saying here? And
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, you're not supposed to have that many non-contact injuries. Freak accidents happen and all that, but it's I do agree.
Is there anything that can be done? You guys think that you could put a voice to this, Dallin, and get the players to make a movement here? You think you can get these fields changed eventually, or is it just a losing cause?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I would love to. Like, again, in Vegas, we have an indoor stadium, but we would roll the grass in and out, and I do think it's important. We were in London, and it was a turf field, and, obviously it's a international event, so you're going to have the NFLPA there, and I was talking to some of the guys, and I think that's something that we could work towards, I guess, moving forward.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see how that all plays out. But I credit you, De'Vondre, for kind of casting a light on that subject that maybe a lot of the players are talking about. Dallin, let's talk about you. Your journey to the NFL, right? You started at BYU.
Yeah.
You ended at Utah State. Now, listen, how ticked was your father when you transferred? Because his dad, I don't know, he played linebacker at BYU. BYU through and through, and all of a sudden you say, Dad, sorry, I'm going to the other school in Utah.
I was just about to ask. BYU was in Utah too, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, Brigham
About
Young.
2 hours south. Yeah.
Yep.
Just right up the road.
Did you break apart your family? Did you ruin your family?
Yeah, they were not happy. I will say they were not ecstatic about the move.
How did you smooth it over with them?
I mean, of course, they want what's best for their boy. So, mom and pops kind of sat through the situation with me, looked at it. At the end of the day, I had to be a grown man and make the decision for myself. But they supported me, and yeah.
What led you? What was the reason? Again, having that legacy, right, of having a father play there. What led you to Utah State then?
BYU is a unique place that I think you have to be a certain individual to, especially in the era of Bronco Mendenhall. I think you have to be a unique individual to fit in there, and it just wasn't the right fit for me. And there was just situations that I didn't feel like were handled right, and it was time for me to move on.
And it worked out.
Worked out
Great 2-year run at Utah State. What town is Utah State in?
Logan.
And Provo, right, for BYU?
Yep.
All right, so look at that. I know my Utah geography. That's pretty good, considering I've never been there. So fast forward to now. Okay, now you're looking in the offseason for a team to play right after the Raiders. Green Bay, Wisconsin comes calling. Coach Rich Bisaccia, right? It's like another father figure for you.
Yeah.
Is that the big reason, number one, what that led you to Title Town was Coach Rich?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I have a extensive history with him, and trust him as a coach, as a man, and have the opportunity to play for him and be at an organization like the Packers. I was very excited for it.
When did you realize that maybe your best path to the NFL and then sticking in the NFL was through special teams?
Immediately.
Was it really?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I was a tryout, so you have your undrafted free agents to get signed, and then you get a tryout, which is a 3-day mini camp when really you're just going in for a body.
Okay.
And I got an opportunity to go in there, and we didn't have anyone to catch punts. I told Rich that I'll catch them. And I went back there, and I was talking to Byron. He's our assistant. I'm like, hey, you want a secret? I ain't caught punts since high school. Went out there, caught them all, and they were like, all right, guess this guy got something to him. So it's not like I'm returning any punts now, but
You're tackling that.
yeah, like just a little something to me,
What? How much pride do you take in that role then, right? Because that's everybody. It's a third of the game. It's a huge part of the game, as we saw last year in Green Bay that the special teams unit struggled. This year, much improved, but that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think Dre kind of hit on it a little bit. It's just you got to know your role, know where you fit in. I mean, we have 2 really good safeties that play a lot. Rudy goes in on dime and does really well there, and I think where I can help the team win the most is on special teams, to be effective and be disruptive there. So So it'd be that.
Hey, Brett, by the way,
Yeah, go ahead.
someone from online's talking about that. They took a look at the Iron Duck menu. One of the items on there, duck meatloaf.
Oh, interesting.
No, I had
Duck
it. I had it. It's really
Oh,
good.
Here we
really?
go.
Okay, there we go.
Here we go.
It's crazy. It's true.
Maybe you want to give a critique of the dish you had. Was it good texture? Was it good flavor? Good color? Was it savory? What? Go ahead, Dallin. The floor is yours. I guess somebody from the Iron Duck is chiming in tonight.
Honestly, all of it. Like I asked the waiter. I just wasn't sure. Man, help me out. What do you think? I want to have like a unique dish. You're at the Iron Duck. It's got to be something unique, right? He said the meatloaf, and it was everything that he talked about. So, yeah.
What do you think, Devondre? You dig into that?
I don't know. I would have to see how it looked first.
You know what you guys should try? It's November, deer hunting season, right? How
I
about
want
a
to go
little venison?
hunt. You got to take me hunting.
You want me to take you hunting? Do I look like I'm a deer hunter? Are you kidding me?
I don't know. You might.
We can walk in the woods, but we better wear our blaze orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to Shields and we get it going.
Shields a sponsor.
Yep. See.
Hey, make
See
sure to
what I
doubt.
did there?
Yeah, that was a good job. We appreciate that.
And if you do it, make sure to douse yourself in the deer urine. That's
Yeah,
always
right?
fun.
Nah, I'm not doing that one. No.
Let's get back to the show and let's talk about deer urine and duck meatloaf. I can't believe that's not on the script anywhere. I don't see that. So, Rich Bisaccia, though, we talked about this with Keyshawn when he was on the show. Why is he so good at? Why is he one of the best special teams coordinators in the league, in your opinion?
I think for me, it's just an understanding. I mean, obviously, you got to understand body types, roles, things of that nature. But I think he does a really good job of bringing the most out of individuals. I think he expects the most and maybe expects more from you than you might even believe in yourself, right? So.
Demanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
And expects it, and then it will push you and love on you as much as he's going to push you. So I think players want to play for him. They have a respect and a love for him.
I know you said, I was reading an article about some things you said about him. He said that when it comes to your development, he was key in your development as a special teamer, but also as just a tackler, right? Is he really just the fundamentals and the technique of just being a good tackler at the pro level?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, he talks about stuttering your feet. So, I mean, special teams, a lot of time it's an open field tackle, and people tend to hop, and it's something that he emphasized and something that stuck with me. You know, people have certain coaching points, and that was one that stuck with me.
Now, most important aspect of being a good special teamer. Now, from an outsider like me, it looks like you guys are just kind of going down the field, sprinting, screaming, mad at everybody, just trying to tackle somebody, right? Trying to hit somebody. Yeah. But what's more important? Is it scheme or is it technique as far as being a great special teamer?
Technique.
Yeah,
it's just there's only so much you can do per play, right? I mean, you're going to punt the ball, kick the ball, and go tackle the guy with the ball, right? But at the end of the day, yeah, it's technique and how you feel space, I think. Just the ability to feel and play off of somebody, I think, is you either got it or you don't.
A lot of desire, obviously, to excel at the special teams as well. A few more questions, and Ricardo's back to you for our social media question of the night. Bisaccia also called you an angry worker. You're an angry worker. What the heck does that mean?
I don't know. I feel like I'm happy.
Yeah,
like I
seem like a happy guy. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Passionate.
Yeah.
Passionate. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Just showing passion out there. But you were
passionate. I don't know. Dre's, our lockers are real close to each other. I don't think I'm angry. Come in a little.
No, he ain't angry. That's why I say he passionate.
Yeah.
Thundering in the locker room, throwing things around, kicking and screaming. No, that's not him.
That ain't that one.
Nah.
Coming to work crabby every morning, right? Don't talk to me. I'm
Good
angry.
Spirit.
Yeah, well, a couple more things here. Your role on punts as far as like Pat O'Donnell, the punter, having a great season, right? Yeah. But is it your responsibility to kind of get everybody in the right spot and making sure that he's protected and everything goes off without a hitch? Kind of explain your role there. On punts.
Personal protector. I basically am calling out the protection look, stunts, whatever I believe is coming. It's like different checks that I can make in order to. I don't know.
Best I've ever seen.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
There you go. How about that?
I appreciate that.
Best
like,
he's ever seen, right here.
Like for real.
I imagine
a lot of people don't take that job serious.
Yeah,
but like it's one of the biggest plays in football, and like he's the best I've seen at it. With like being able to make other people right. Like, the truth of it is, like, if it wasn't for him, it would have been a couple punts blocked this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't see that stuff, but we see it on the tape. So I'm gonna say that.
There must be a lot of study to that, though. I mean, you gotta every week.
You gotta know. It's like you gotta read it, man. Like, you got like 7 or 8 people rushing, and you basically the last line of defense.
Yeah. So you're studying these guys each and every week, trying to see where the tendencies are and maybe what looks that you could recognize, right? I mean, there's a lot of prep work to it, it sounds like.
Yeah, I would say body language. People have different ideas of how they're going to attack it. Same thing as offense and defense. I will say, like their punt block team will have schemes, but I think a lot of it is just feel and study.
Oh, interesting stuff. One more thing, I wanted to ask you about this too. You and Jordan Love, your careers kind of overlapped, right, at Utah State, right? I think, was he there 2 years for you, or? Yeah,
his redshirt year and then his redshirt freshman year.
Okay, and I know he played. I think he started 6 games your senior year, and then maybe appeared in all 12. But I don't know. Give us a little insight to this guy. We obviously know he's potentially the heir apparent to Aaron Rodgers at some point, but where has he grown the most, maybe? What are some of the things that you think that he can excel at the NFL level?
Yeah, I was a big fan of Jordan, like young Jordan. When we were struggling a little bit on offense early my senior year, and I was begging the head coach to play him. He finally got an opportunity and put like 50 on UNLV the first time he got like his true first start. So, I think Jordan's a great player. I think he's a great teammate. I'm not in the offensive meetings, but I can see the way that the ball comes out of his hands. I can see the way that he's decisive playing against our defense. I don't know about y'all, but I think we got a pretty good defense, and he does a really good job for us in practice, gives us a real look, and it's pretty impressive. He's done some pretty impressive things.
He's a starting quarterback.
Okay,
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
No question.
He's better than a lot of quarterbacks, and there's a lot of starting quarterbacks.
Wow, there we go. That's good stuff there. How about that? Yeah. Interesting. Good stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a little bit of let's take another breather. Let's take another time out. Ricardo, it's our social media question of the night for Devondre.
That's right, and this question comes from Greg Marnaka on Facebook. He wants to know, hey, game day ritual or superstition, do you have any? And what is the craziest you have seen?
That's a good question. Got any superstitions? And maybe does Dallin here have some really goofy stuff that he does before he gets ready for a game?
Superstitions.
He's thinking about it. It's a good question.
Yeah. I would say that is somewhat of a superstition I have. I have to go to Cozy Corner every Tuesday.
Thinking about his stomach.
Will you get them as a sponsor? Where's Cruz?
We're going to get him here. We're going to get them here at some point. No doubt about it.
Unless I've had like something come up where I literally physically couldn't go, I've been there every Tuesday since I came here.
Okay.
Since I found out about it. So I guess that's somewhat of a superstition. Other than that, I can't think of anything that I do no matter what.
Off the top of your head, how about you? You got any pregame stuff, that's some weird stuff?
The only thing is everything, like, how some people have lucky socks or whatever. Everything has to be brand new every game. Like, I can't wear the same ones that I wore the game before. That's the only thing.
Brand new stuff. Must be nice to be a professional athlete, right? Get brand new stuff
That sounds spoiled.
every single week.
Yeah.
That's what.
Us normal people can't do that, Ricardo,
Adrian
right?
Peterson was like that, though.
Bro.
Yeah.
Anybody got like the weirdest superstitions in the locker room?
Yeah, I was just thinking about that as I was answering. I don't think I've never asked or seen anything weird.
Okay.
No, I don't have anything for you.
Pretty normal guys in the locker room for the most part.
I'm sure if something's that weird for somebody, they're probably keeping it to themselves.
They're hiding it. They don't want it to be revealed. So, well,
that was a good question.
yeah.
I actually wanted to give you something, but I don't have it.
Cozy Corner.
Cozy Corner's
We
one.
got
yeah.
we got the Duck Place in Howard. We got Cozy Corner. I mean, we're talking all these restaurants.
Dallin
here.
eats some of that duck meatloaf.
Duck meatloaf and all this stuff. So, well, for having his question selected, Greg wins a signed photo of Devondre Campbell. Each week, we'll ask you to submit a question for our co-host or guest that we'll ask live during Monday's show. Look for it on Facebook.com/Clubhouse Live. Please give us a like on that page as well. Timeout number 2, Ricardo, trivia question number 2.
That's right. I need 3 of you guys to look out in the crowd, see who raises their hand
Might be
first.
a tough question. We'll see.
Yeah, here we go. The Packers renew their rivalry with the Cowboys coming up Sunday at Lambeau. It's a classic matchup between 2 of the NFL's most storied franchises. The most memorable game, and we know all about this, is, of course, the famed Ice Bowl. Here's the question. What was the game time temperature that frigid day at Lambeau?
This guy, right? Well, geez, he's practically on at the. Yeah, come on up. You got it. Game time temperature. And he's wearing the Bart Starr jersey as well.
What year was that? 67?
1967, New Year's Eve. It was no, that wasn't the question, but yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Packers beat the Cowboys 21-17. That was an NFL championship game on New Year's Eve night at Lambeau Field. Quarterback Bart Starr.
Was it at this Lambeau Field?
Yeah, that Lambeau Field.
That's
he scored
crazy.
in the
that
south
field
end
been
zone.
Here that long.
Minus 13 degrees was the game time temperature.
I'm just amazed that field been here that long.
I think it's been here since the late 50s. 57,
Yep,
I want to say, is when it opened up. But the wind chill guys got down to
Right
minus.
there, in that same
That
spot.
same spot. It's just been renovated, obviously. Vince Lombardi
crazy,
walked
dude.
those sidelines and
that's
all the great players.
I don't know. That's just crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with stuff like that.
Absolutely, Bart Starr, all this, like right there. He's a pain.
I heard they were
Packer
in
sweep.
Milwaukee at one point though.
Yep, that ended in '94 was the final season there.
94.
94 season, and they moved everything up to Green Bay. But I just want to let you guys know the wind chill that day, minus 46, huh? Let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's do that this December. Huh,
That's
guys?
fine.
What do you think?
I've played in something close to that before.
Did you?
In college.
In Minnesota?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it gets
The
frigid.
last like 3 or 4 games of my senior year was like -20 and -35, something like that.
Well, I don't know. We haven't told you this, Devondre, but every late December we do a show outside.
Yes.
We do a show.
I
It's
like
usually
the
like
cold.
minus 10 degrees
I'm
outside.
from
We're just
Florida,
sitting
and
here.
I've been living in the Midwest for like 10 years now.
Yeah,
so
you got-
I love the cold.
You get your blood's getting nice and thick,
Yeah,
getting ready for the
I love
cold.
it.
So, man, you played in Utah. That's gonna be a little chilly up there too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I got warm-blooded. I got California and Vegas in me.
Yeah, I'm retiring in Arizona though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We'll
Me
hang out.
too.
We'll hang out
I
down
love
there
Arizona.
in our retired age.
Yeah, we gotta go golfing.
We'll go golfing. We'll play mini golf. Sure,
Yeah,
absolutely. So,
Top Golf. I can't do 18.
Oh, Top
holes.
Golf's awesome. I love that.
I can't do 18 holes.
well, you know what? We're gonna play another game. Rosie, it's time for some music. It's time for tonight's Clubhouse Live Challenge. Here we go. And I'm gonna put the bell right between you guys. Here we go, Devondre and Dallin. We're going to play a game. We're going back old school, the original game. How well do you know? This is a rapid-fire trivia question in which I'll ask you 5 questions. They each pertain to the same category. If you think you know the answer, ring the bell. You can even interrupt a question. Each question is worth 1 point. Ricardo will keep track of the questions and the point total. And then there will be a bonus question, Dallin, of a point total that I'll determine to make sure Devondre wins the game. All right? It's his show. Now, you have playing partners tonight. You're trying to win prizes for your playing partners. Devondre, your playing partner's right here. It's Bob.
Yes, sir.
It's Bob right here. And Dallin, your playing partner's back at the bar. It's Ann. There she is. So this is what you guys could win. Now,
Do it.
the winner tonight, I hope one of you guys has a pet. Because this... Look at it. Can you hear that? There you go. This is a Packers dog toy, courtesy of our friends at Shields, right here.
Yeah.
Also,
I love shoes.
Shields is awesome. Go home with a signed photo of the captain, and we're going USA Today Network Wisconsin can koozies, huh? Look at that. These are worth 1 cent a piece.
Spared no expense.
Now, the runner-up tonight, this is a great prize, too. How about Packers playing cards, courtesy of Shields? The signed photo and the can koozie. So there are no losers on Clubhouse Live.
No ice scrapers? Come on.
Not cold enough yet, Ricardo. It's almost going to be
We're
70
getting
degrees
there.
again. It's almost going to be 70 on Wednesday, but very cold Friday night when we're doing the high school football games. So here we go. You need the category, right? You need the category for tonight. How well do you know? Tomorrow's election day, isn't it? Big election day. Get out and vote, right? Cast your vote. So the category tonight is United States stuff. United States stuff. It could be anything in honor of Election Day. All right? Both guys have their heads down. Dallin's scratching his head, thinking, why am I sitting here right now? I want to go back home. But we have to get through this game. So are you guys ready?
Yep.
Who thinks Devondre knows more about the United States than Dallin?
Yeah.
Who thinks Dallin knows more than Devondre?
Yeah.
They always side with the guest, don't they, Ricardo?
Always side with the
Always
guest.
side with the guest. Okay, trivia question number 1, guys. What colors represent the Democratic and Republican parties? Dallin.
Red and blue.
Ricardo, score.
1-0 down.
1-0 Dallin. He knows his United States stuff. Trivia question number 2. What is the term length for a U.S. senator? Devondre.
6.
Yes, Ricardo,
Yes.
score.
We're all tied 1-1.
1-1. Devondre somehow got the answer. It
It
just
came to him like a ghost.
Here we go. This is a tough one. Trivia question number 3. Name 2 of the 4 presidents carved into Mount Rushmore.
That is a good one.
Devondre.
Washington and Roosevelt.
Yes, Ricardo, score.
3, is it? Yeah, 2-1.
2-1 Devondre. We will accept
Lincoln.
Roosevelt. Theodore Roosevelt. That's
don't
right.
think-
George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln.
I knew it too.
You knew it. You did
Yep.
know it.
I
Right?
did. I knew
Absolutely,
that.
you did. By the way, do
I
you know what
did.
state Mount Rushmore's in?
South Dakota.
Is
It's right next to Minnesota.
South Dakota, right? Yeah, right next to Minnesota. Rapid City, right outside of Rapid City. Trivia
I'm not
question.
from Minnesota.
Trivia question number 4. He's from Florida.
But he played there.
Florida and Oregon, right here. United States stuff. We're crossing the country with these 2 guys. In what city will you find the famous Liberty Bell?
Yeah.
Devondre.
Philadelphia.
Ricardo, score.
Yeah.
Hey, 3-1 De'Vondre.
Devondre looking really good, knowing his United States stuff. Philadelphia, that's, by the way, did you know that's where the Declaration of Independence was signed? July 4th, 1776, right?
Yep.
How about the US of A, everybody? Yeah.
USA.
USA. USA.
I was born in July.
Were you born in Philly?
No,
Where?
I was born in July.
July. Oh, so was I. What's your birthday?
July 1st.
Well, July 1st. I'm the 24th, along with Jerry Laundry if he's here.
De'Vondre's
You're not a
closer.
Cancer,
He
though.
wins.
You were born before me.
You're not a Cancer though.
Nope, I'm a
What are you,
Leo.
a Leo?
I'm a
Yeah,
Leo. My
Leo.
wife was July 2nd, is July 2nd, so there you go. Trivia question number 5, ladies and gentlemen. What is the actual title of the United States national anthem? The actual title of the national anthem. Oh. Dallin.
Star Spangled Banner.
Yes, Ricardo, score.
Hey, 3-2 De'Vondre still.
Yes, Dallin was like, and then it just came to him. And miraculously, it came to him. So
I didn't hit enter.
3-2. That makes this bonus question worth 2 points to give Dallin a chance to win the game.
Here we go.
Here we go. What is the national bird of the United States of America? Devondre's finger was
Eagle.
there.
Eagle.
Can you specify the type?
Bald eagle.
Yes,
Oh,
Ricardo scored. He got it.
Yep.
Devondre Campbell wins. How well do you know tonight, Rosie? We need some championship music because Devondre knows more United States stuff than Dallin. That means, Bob, you're going home with a toy. All right, you're going home with the signed photo and the canned koozie. Hey, Ann, you're still going home with the playing cards, the signed photo, and the canned koozie as well. How about a round of applause for the guys tonight? Good job. And Ricardo, get out and vote, right? Get out.
I
Get
gotta
your
go
voice
see
heard.
Tomorrow's the
Mount
day.
Rushmore.
Make your voice heard.
We
So
gotta go to Mount Rushmore.
I've been there a couple times. It's been a
Yeah.
long time though. Are they still working on
What'd
Crazy
you
Horse?
add?
By
I was
the
going
way,
to say, go see Crazy Horse when you're out there, too.
yeah, I don't think. No, Crazy Horse won't be done in like 8 lifetimes from
Yes.
now. We're winding down. The hour always goes by fast. We're having a good time. Hopefully, we're lifting up the spirits of everybody out there and getting ready for Dallas Cowboys week. Dallin, I've got some prizes for you, some parting gifts for you for being a good sport and hanging out with us tonight. As always, I know you guys have shrines to yourself. You have man caves where you just stare at yourself. I picture you as just having this huge mural of yourself, right? When you get home, and you're just staring at yourself. So
Me or everybody?
just you.
Oh.
I can see that. Maybe back in Oregon, right? Just kind
Yeah,
of.
maybe one of those.
You got the man cave. So here we go. I've got some pictures for your man cave. Rosie, put up the first picture on the screen if you would, please. Look at this. Wearing the green and gold, doing his thing on special teams. Look at that. Wearing the number 6. We ran out of frames, so I'm just going to give you the. Well, I'll
I
give you
appreciate
the
it. Thank you.
the folder here.
Our,
and then,
our budget has been slashed.
well, we got more frames coming in, but how about this? How about going Utah State, Dallin, taking on
Whoa.
BYU, right? Huh? Look at that.
Nice.
Carrying the football. Looking good out
Great
there.
ball security.
Yeah.
Great ball. High and tight, right? High and tight. I'll let you take those home in a
Got
folder.
all the points of pressure that Coach Sermons talks about.
High and tight, right? You got to keep it high and tight. So, Ricardo, I know you have another audience question coming up, but I wanted to ask you, does Utah State BYU, is that a trophy game? That must be a trophy game.
Yeah, the wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel? Did you ever win it when you were at Utah State?
Yep.
There you go.
That game.
There you go. Right? Take that, BYU.
That's cool, wagon wheel.
By the way, the Paul Bunyan's axe game is coming up here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Big game for Minnesota. They got to keep the axe. Let PJ Fleck keep parading
It's
that.
cozy. It's doing just
He likes
fine.
to parade that through the state of Minnesota, which really upsets Badger fans, I know.
It's
But
doing just fine.
my Gopher son loves it. He loves it so much. So-
Chipmunk you.
Hey, Ricardo, do we have Tracy Santos back again for another audience question?
She can't get enough of you guys.
Oh, my goodness. Here, this one's for Dallin, right?
This one's for Dallin. Yeah,
Here we
go ahead,
go.
Tracy.
So you talked about technique on special teams. I was just wondering if the offensive players ever work with you guys in case there's a turnover so they can tackle.
Good question.
Good question. So, we will, like special teams specifically, we'll go through a tackling circuit or a blocking circuit. You know, everybody, when you're playing special teams, kind of has to do it all. So, there'll be times, specifically in training camp, but then we'll do an entire team circuit where we got to all do each part of the game.
Very good. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy, by the way,
Thank you, Tracy.
she's going to fill out the entire script next week with questions.
Yes.
Because they're always better than mine, and it makes me jealous. So here we go, guys. All right. Hey, you're finally home. It's been a long time since you've been at Lambeau Field, right? I don't.
What? 3 weeks?
3 weeks,
3
and then
weeks.
you had the London trip and a
London
couple
too.
road games in there and weird stuff. So finally, you get 2 home games at Lambeau Field. So for number one, guys, it's going to feel good to be back in front of the home fans, right? All these guys want to. Mean Gene's going to be there. Got to feel good to finally to not have to board a plane and just sort of relax and
Yeah, I'm tired of traveling.
yeah, I
I'm
bet.
tired of it. I love home games.
Yeah,
I love it.
home games.
Ain't nothing like a home game.
Dallin, what's it going to take to beat the Dallas Cowboys? There's a good team coming in, one of the NFC front runners, right?
Yeah.
You got the talent to beat them. You know you guys do.
Yeah, I don't think that's a question. To me, I mean, we just got to we got to win the turnover battle, and then at the end of the day, you got to play complementary football.
Keys to slowing them down defensively, I guess, from your vantage point, Devondre, because they can put up some points. Dak Prescott looks like he's healthy again, right? So they can move the ball.
Yeah, they definitely got some playmakers, but like you just said, the ultimate key to any game is the quarterback. I think if we can affect Dak Prescott and get him off the spot and kind of, just limit their playmakers, we'll always have a chance at the end of it. But it definitely starts with the quarterback. He's the first one to touch the ball every play, other than the center.
Absolutely. It's going to happen, right, Mean Gene? Sunday afternoon at Lambeau Field. How about a round of applause for the captain and Dallin tonight? Time to go up north, Ricardo. This is where we always pick the upcoming Packers game. Packers, Cowboys at Lambeau Field. Ricardo, what are you thinking?
What am I thinking? I'm thinking the Bears will be in second place all by themselves, Brett, next week. They'll beat the Lions. The Cowboys will beat the Packers.
We don't like you, Ricardo, and we're excited that you're going to Las Vegas here in a couple of days, and you won't be here next week, so that's going to be good too. Well, I used to put on the victory visor. That wasn't working. Then I switched over to the rally cap. That wasn't working either. So I'm really going to blow out all the stops. I'm putting on the cheese head, and I'm saying the Packers are going to win, Mean Gene. How do I look? This is what's going to start the winning streak right here. 23-20. This thing's going to fall off my head. How do you guys wear these things? 23-20. Packers are going to win. Hey, Dallas coming off a bye. They're going to be a little rusty, right? Mike McCarthy coming to town. Slow start. Micah Parsons, of course, playing well on the defensive side. Dak Prescott, as we mentioned. But this is a perfect game, perfect week for you guys to galvanize, right? Everybody's going to be counting you out. You're banged up. But these are the types of games in the NFL where all of a sudden, like, whoa, the Packers, they're back. They're going to pull out the big upset win. I think Rodgers rebounds. The defense forces some big mistakes. The defense, Dallin, comes through maybe with a big return. Maybe Keyshawn or Amari Rodgers with a big return. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to find out Sunday at Lambeau Field. Dallas going down 23-20, Mean Gene. I know you like it. There it is, the celebratory cheesehead right here. Ricardo, Packers News app.
That's right, with exclusive commentary, insider analysis, and award-winning photos and videos from USA Today Network, Wisconsin's Packers coverage team. Hey, Brett, that Packers News app, your one-stop shop for complete coverage of the Green Bay Packers. Unlimited digital access to the Packers News app, and PackersNews.com can be yours for as low as 99 cents for the first month. Please subscribe today.
That's it, right? Special thank you to our sponsors and friends. First, our three presenting sponsors, Cellcom, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, and Munoz Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, right over there again. By the way, I want to mention Cellcom's 5 weeks of Black Friday deals that's going on right now. Buy one, get one free on all smartwatches, tablets, and connected cameras. Mix and match to get something for everyone on your list. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/Black Friday sale for more details. And then thanks to our supporting sponsors, Shields, Escort Limousine Service, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, Mayfield Sports Marketing, Mike Thiel and Eric lives here, and always the good folks here at the Hilton Appleton Paper Valley Hotel. Quick word about next week's show, because you won't be here, Amari Rogers won't be here, but the guys have a short week, obviously, with their Thursday night game coming up. That means Monday, a longer Monday as they prepare for the Titans. So we're going to have another Clubhouse Live Legends edition next week as we welcome back Super Bowl champion and Packers Hall of Famer Antonio Freeman's going to be here. Antonio Freeman, he did what? Right, Mean Gene? He did what? The big catch against the Vikings. Yeah. We'll have some fun reminiscing with Antonio. It's been a while since he's been here, so looking forward to that. Amari is back in 2 weeks. Devondre, you're not going to be back for another 3 weeks. That's too long.
Is it?
That is. Yeah. You're going to miss me, aren't you?
Yeah, I really enjoy hanging out with you.
I hope.
Lie.
I'm not sure if he means that or not, but
I can't lie.
I hope you are having a good time. So we'll be talking about some Packers victories when you get back here in a few weeks. But
yes, sir.
We'll be talking about our big deer hunt too, right? So we'll be out in the woods hanging out. But for now,
no deer urine.
No deer urine. Only duck meatloaf. That's what we like. So
yeah, gotta have a snack.
There it is, right there. Duck meatloaf. That might attract the deer to your deer stand. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Devondre, you have the final word tonight. What do you have to say about these great fans here? Nice crowd here
I just
again.
want to say I appreciate you guys. You could be anywhere else, but I appreciate you always coming out and hanging out with me. It means a lot.
Absolutely. And Dallin, thank you for hanging out with us as well.
Appreciate it.
Keep those claps coming, guys, for the captain and for Dallin.
Thank you.
For Ricardo and the rest of the Clubhouse Live crew. I'm Brett Christopherson signing off. Be back here next Monday night as we celebrate a big Packers victory over the Dallas Cowboys with Packers Hall of Famer and Super Bowl champion Antonio Freeman. Mean Gene, our unofficial mascot. Take it away, Mean Gene.